Welcome to This Explainer. Today we're literally looking under the hood of human metabolism to unpack the absolutely fascinating biology of fasting.
So, what actually happens to your body when you just stop eating? I mean, in our modern world of endless snacks, it's a scenario we rarely face anymore. At first, it might just feel like you accidentally skipped breakfast, but beneath the surface, your organs are shifting gears and doing something incredible.
You see, we've been completely conditioned to eat every few hours, right? This constant snacking culture keeps us perpetually in what's known as the fed state. But as the research clearly reveals, our bodies actually evolved for periods of scarcity. Breaking this constant feeding habit unlocks an incredible survival orchestra inside our organs, completely shifting how our cells behave and repair themselves.
Here is our roadmap for today. We'll start with the first 12 hours, move into the fat-burning zone, explore deep repair and autophagy, push past 24 hours, and finally, discuss whether fasting is actually for everyone.
Section 1. The first 12 hours, also known as the survival shift. Let's start the clock and look at the friction your body goes through during the first half day of a fast.
Think about how your body naturally reacts to the lack of food. At hour 4, your hunger hormones spike. By hour 8, blood sugar and insulin start dropping. But by hour 12, this is where your growth hormone actually begins to increase. It's your body moving from an initial panic into setting up a really powerful foundation for adaptation.
Let's talk about that hour 4 panic for a second. That is driven entirely by ghrelin. Acknowledging this initial struggle is crucial. It's totally normal. It's just your body's routine reacting to a broken habit, not an actual crisis. Your energy levels are perfectly stable, but ghrelin makes your brain think, oh no, we're starving. It's literally just a biological alarm clock going off out of pure habit. In the fed state, you're running on glucose with high insulin, but as insulin drops in the fasted state, your liver steps up like a massive backup battery, releasing stored glycogen to keep everything perfectly balanced. You're not crashing, you are just switching your primary fuel source.
Moving right along to section 2, entering the fat-burning zone. As we push past that 12-hour mark, the liver transitions from being just a backup battery to becoming the absolute master conductor of fat metabolism.
We are talking about a whole new metabolic reality here. By hour 14, your insulin practically plummets, which acts like opening the floodgates for fat metabolism. By hour 16, ketosis officially activates. And by hour 17, your brain starts actively running on these new fuel sources. Fat literally becomes your primary fuel.
The big takeaway here is that ketones are just a superior fuel. As glycogen diminishes, your liver turns fat into ketone bodies, and let me tell you, your brain absolutely loves them. Operating on ketones actually creates way less oxidative stress in your cells and serves as a natural appetite suppressant. So that growling stomach, yeah, it finally starts to fade away.
But right around hour 17, you might hit a really weird paradox. You might feel a bit irritable, yet at the same time experience this intense mental clarity. Why on earth does that happen? Well, your brain is adapting to ketones, which directly influence your neurotransmitters. Plus, it boosts a vital brain-derived protein called BDNF, which acts like miracle fertilizer for new brain cells. It sharpens your focus like an ancient hunter tracking its next meal.
And the real-world benefits of this zone are absolutely massive. Take a trial from the University of Alabama, for example. They compared a 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. eating window against a standard 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. window in pre-diabetic patients. Get this, even without losing a single pound, the group that condensed their eating window drastically improved their insulin sensitivity and lowered their blood pressure. A real game changer.
Which brings us to section 3, deep repair and autophagy. This is an incredibly exciting phase where the body stops consuming and aggressively starts repairing.
Around hour 18, your triglycerides are actively converting into free fatty acids. By hour 20, thanks to lower insulin, your blood vessels experience less inflammation and your heart actually beats more efficiently. And then, hour 22 hits. This is where the real magic of cellular cleanup kicks off, autophagy.
Think of autophagy as your body's internal janitorial staff finally getting a chance to clear out the biological clutter because, well, they aren't so busy digesting your lunch. It is quite literally a microscopic spring cleaning, where your body breaks down damaged cell parts and recycles them into fresh, healthy amino acids. So what exactly is going into the microscopic trash? They're throwing out advanced glycated end products, which is really just a fancy scientific term for sticky sugars that gunk up your cells. It's cleaning up amyloid plaquing, recycling damaged mitochondria, and even killing off microbes and fungus. Harvard researchers, like David Sinclair, have noted in animal studies that clearing this stuff out can lower cholesterol, stabilize blood sugar, and potentially even boost longevity. It's a profound biological reset.
All right, Section 4, pushing past 24 hours. Reaching a full day without food unlocks some serious hormonal and immune system resets. Let's look at what happens when you push even further.
When you push the fast, you shift from basic repair into serious regeneration. At 24 hours, human growth hormone spikes. At 48 hours, stem cells are actively stimulated. And by 72 hours, your body initiates a deep, profound immune reset. A 5x multiplier. That represents the potential increase in human growth hormone right around the 24-hour mark. You know, a lot of people are completely terrified that fasting will cause them to lose muscle. But actually, this massive HGH spike naturally protects your lean muscle from breaking down, completely shattering that popular fasting myth. Your body focuses on mobilizing fat for energy while totally sparing your proteins. The full-body coordination happening here is just incredible. Your organs are working in absolute perfect harmony. The gut finally gets to rest, which drops inflammation and allows the gut lining to repair, meaning conditions like SIBO can actually improve. Your microbiome diversity goes up. You might even see a temporary spike in LDL cholesterol. But don't panic, that's often just your body transporting raw materials around to heal your cellular membranes.
Now for Section 5. Is fasting for everyone? As amazing as this ancient survival machinery is, we absolutely have to be smart about it and objectively look at the medical guardrails.
The bottom line is, while intermittent fasting is generally super safe for healthy adults, severe fasting is absolutely not for everyone. If you're pregnant, breastfeeding, a child, malnourished, or have a history of eating disorders, skip it. And those long water fasts, the 72-hour ones, those require medical supervision. Extended fasting can be genuinely dangerous and has even led to fatalities when people push it to the extreme without a professional keeping an eye on things.
But if you are healthy and want to explore this safely, a really great starting point is the 18-6 method. That's fasting for 18 hours and eating all your meals within a 6-hour window. Just be sure to hydrate properly with water, plain tea, or black coffee. Oh, and for any fast pushing longer than that, taking minerals and salts is absolutely essential to prevent feeling dizzy or getting heart palpitations. Always, always listen to your body.
Fasting isn't a magic cure-all, and it definitely shouldn't replace a solid, healthy diet. But it is an incredibly powerful tool to reset your metabolism and sweep out cellular damage. The science shows us that our bodies are wonderfully, brilliantly adaptable. Which leaves us with one final question to think about. If skipping a few meals can trigger all of this, what other amazing, hidden capabilities is your body just waiting to unleash? Thanks for joining me on this explainer.